Was who was it? Was Rockwoman and who else? Jungle? Any one of you feel like you're ready? Yeah, okay. Okay. So why don't you go off screen again so you can have your privacy and
Discombobulated.
discombobulation. Let's undiscombobulate you. So it's on your left shoulder, right shoulder,
Hmm.
right shoulder. Okay. What's it feel like in there now? Or look like?
Um, it feels kind of cute and gentle.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, and it's just hanging out there. But it is still dark. It has the dark inside it.
Okay. All right. So let's turn you over to your higher self. Got your soul star and your vortex. Turn whatever that energy is on your right shoulder, chest that's present over to its higher self. And I asked the energy if it could speak to us now, what would it like to say? Go with the first thing that comes.
This feels really good here. I belong here.
Ah, what is it about here you like? What's so good about it?
It's soft,
Mhm.
safe,
Mm.
and she's protecting me.
Yes, those are all very important feelings to feel safe, to feel the luxury of the softness. All of that's so important. How old was Jungle when you first came to be with her?
She was in her mother's womb
Okay. And why did you choose her? Why Jungle?
because we're connected.
Say more about that connection. In what way are you connected? To her mother, to Jungle?
Sister.
Ah, you're her sister. So how's it been to be a part of her as her sister? To be hanging out on her shoulder, to feel the warmth.
Good.
Mhm. Okay.
I help her.
In what way?
I protect her from our mother.
Ah, and what is it that causes you to feel that she needs protection from your mother? What happened?
My mom is evil.
How was she evil? How do you experience her being evil?
Her anger.
Uh-huh. How did her anger affect you? Or how does it affect you?
I felt it when I was in the womb.
Ah, okay. And now, how do you experience it now?
I feel it all the time. I connected to her.
Hmm. So tell us what it is that you need. What do you need now to feel whole, to have joy and happiness? What do you need?
I need the cord cut between my mom.
Yeah, yeah. You need to be free. You need to be free from that evil, free from that anger, free to be your whole self again. So, higher self. Incidentally, do you have a name?
Julia,
Julia. Julia, your higher self is going to go on a little journey for you to support you in having the freedom to have the sovereignty that you want and need. Your higher self is going to go on a journey to your mother, and your higher self is going to take her spirit hands and to grab onto Julia's energy, to uncork it, unplug it, release it, return it to Julia. So higher self's going to go there and do that.
you say it again?
Yes, you're going to go to the mother and pull back Julia's energy. So she is uncorked, decorded, released from the influence of that energy. And you can imagine just pulling that energy out of the mother, just pulling it out like taffy, just pulling it out, gathering it up. All the energy that belongs to Julia is going to be returned to. So just imagine that. Let me know when it feels like you've got all the energy released.
Got it.
Okay. And we're going to call in guides and helpers and angelic beings to heal that energy, to purify that energy, to fill that energy with the frequency of the divine self of Julia. And after all that releasing and toxins and debris and purification has happened, that energy will be returned to you, Julia, by your higher self. And it'll move into your frequency, into your energy body, coming home to you. Let me know when you feel finished that.
Done.
Now, Julia, your higher self is going to release any energy in you that belongs to your mother. Any of your mother's energy that you've been carrying, all that anger, all that evilness, all that confusion that belongs to the mother, all of her grief, all of her thoughts and feelings that in any way have been stuck in you. Your higher self's going to pull that out like taffy. It's not yours, it's mother's energy. And after it's been released, those same angels are going to heal it, cleanse it, and bring it back to the mother. So you have your own connection to your higher self now. Let me know when you experience that.
Done.
Okay. Now just take a moment to reflect on how you feel, what your sense of self is like, and check in with me about what's happening now that you have your energy back and you've released your mother's energy.
I feel like I'm radiating
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just swirling in the air,
Mm-hmm.
and it feels really, really good.
Good. Okay, now I'm going to talk to Jungle and ask your higher self, Jungle, to talk to your sister and tell her how you feel about the fact that she's been with you since birth and what it is you want and need now for you.
Thank you so much for being here for me and protecting me this whole time. But I want to have a different relationship with our mom now. And I want to take her for what she is right now, not what she did in the past. And
Mhm,
I want to love her.
mhm. And what about your feelings towards your sister? What do you want to say to her?
I love you and just met you, but I do want to explore our relationship and I'll reach out and I'll have you as a part of my support group. And I want you to be the part of me energetically.
Okay, in order to do that, in order to support her in that way, Julia, you need to go into the light and do your healing from your lifetime, and then you can get reassigned for what your next job will be. And if you want, you can request to be a spirit guide for your sister. How would that be?
That's awesome.
Okay, and how would that be for you, Jungle?
Perfect.
Have an expanded awareness and relationship with each other on a much higher level. Okay, so start to gather your energy, Julia. We're so grateful you spoke with us today, that you showed up. As you gather all of your energy, your own energy now, just yours. The angel that supported you is here as your guide and helper. And take her hand and tell me what it feels like.
It feels good.
Okay, you can trust it. She's going to be your guide and helper. Gather all your energy and move on to progression into the light with your guide's help. We bless you into the light as you go in peace and love. That was a nice big side jungle. Did she leave yet?
She's still leaving.
Okay, take as much time as you need.
She left, and I have a hole in my arm.
Okay, well, you're going to fill that with your own light now. That solar plexus ball of light that's your higher self energy embodied can fill you up, touching all the cells, all the areas of your body with your own life force energy and your own light spilling into your energy field around you as protection. This is your body and only you occupy it. And as you think about your sister, hold her in the light. Know that she's going to go through her healing and transformation. And if it's for the highest good of both of you, she'll be in contact from space, out of space and time as a helper. And it certainly will create a different level of relationship than what you've had before. Let me know if there's anything more you need to feel complete.
I feel complete.
Okay. You will remember this experience as it integrates. You'll feel the benefit of having more of your vitality and psychic space and energy. And it will definitely shift your relationship with your mom. So you can just observe how that unfolds. When you're ready, open your eyes and come back into the room.
Mm.
Hmm. Everybody can come back. Any questions or comments from anybody? Julia?
Was a very beautiful process. Thank you, Jungle. I just yeah, I wanted to to clarify, was it your aborted sister or sister who died?
So, just to clarify, I have no knowledge of my mother in this reality. Like, my mom never told me that she aborted any, like a sister or anybody. It just came up this morning. So, what I've experienced yes, as an aborted sister that my mom, killed when she was in the womb, and felt like she was hanging around until I came and attached to me then.
Got it. Wow. Thank you. Holly, and then the question to you. I had a case similar to this where like aborted soul of aborted child was attached to a client. And during spirit releasement, client, during this dialogue, client started experiencing the whole process of abortion, like how doctors were trying to get him out of the womb. And it was very kind of traumatic and painful. What's the best strategy here? Just go back to the end of the experience or let to experience it and there is some kind of benefit. Like,
Well, that would be a trauma reaction, a trauma memory in the body that's related to the attachment. So it's a good thing it happened. How did the client fare through that? Was she able just to keep going and process it, or
yeah, she was able just to process it, but I was a little bit scared because she just kind of, um, you know, went into this fetus position, like she was having a big spasm and she was in pain, like in real pain. But like a few seconds later, it was over. So, yeah.
I think that would be like a spontaneous, abreactive response, and it was probably healing for her to go through that, even though it was painful because she got to the other side of it. And
Mhm.
whatever unfinished business there was that would keep that baby energy there got a chance to move out. So she's got more of her own sovereignty now. And
Mhm.
was there any resolve around her guilt or feelings about the abortion? Was there an opportunity for the aborted baby and your client to come to some understanding or healing?
Yeah, there was like a sense of deep love and, sadness that it all happened this way.
Okay, but was there any connection with the soul agreements around the abortion and the short-lived experience with the baby?
We didn't explore that, but that's a good idea.
That would be another layer of it, to look at the soul agreement. Because if there's any guilt or remorse, having that bigger perspective, like we did with Elena, from that higher self perspective, will shift her relationship with the experience and her understanding of it.
Yeah, but in my case, it was aborted sibling, not her child. It was aborted sibling, like in with jungle case.
Okay.
So still, uh, there might be some kind of contracts.
No, I was confused. I thought it was her own abortion.
No, not her. It was her sibling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just as we did, the inner life work, there could be some inner life connection between her sibling and herself and why they had to be together, and if there's any unfinished business that they need to handle before they move on. But if she moved on, it probably it's okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So both of these spirit releasements today had little anomalous parts to it. What Jungle and I just did, the whole courting thing was a little bit of an anomalous thing, but she knew what she needed. So that's where we went, following the client.